Vinny Wasco is obviously more comfortable than Vince Martinez. So
Yeah. So all right. So that was really good, man. I dug it. I
thank
dug
you.
that. So and he was right on time. I gave him his cue. I could actually hear it. I could hear him saying, "Okay, I'm actually taking it home." I thought that was really good, man. You hit it right on. I think you were about 57 seconds on that one total. So that was like great time. You must practice this, huh?
I mean, I mean, I have to practice what I preach. Every time that I have a promo coming up, I always like to, when I'm driving to the gym, I'll put my phone on the timer. I think of all the bullet points, and I say everything the first time, and then I, turn the clock back over, push stop, and it's like, okay, a minute 15. All right, now I got to try and cut down some words. Do it again. I'm at a minute 5. All right, I got to cut down more. Okay, I hit 58, but I don't like what I said. Let me, reword some words, and then I pretty much do it till I hit, what I feel comfortable at a minute.
Right. And then you start learning that even when you're editing down, sometimes just silence and looking at the camera says more than actually how many words you can get in 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and that just takes practice because you start feeling it. You know when it's right. You know it. You know when it's right, right? Because you know when it needs work. Also, you're like, damn, this is what I'm going to submit. I know it could be better, right?
Right.
So good job, Mr. Wasco.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Slice.
Yo, mic check, mic check. Y'all hear me? I don't know if my shit is working right now.
Yes, we hear you. I hear you. Does everybody else hear him?
Whenever you say go.
All right. Hey, when you start, I will go ahead and do it.
This past Tuesday on Primetime Live, third generation superstar Davey Boy Smith Jr. was flat on his back looking up at first generation jailbird Slice Boogie. We all make mistakes and we learn, man. I fell in love with a girl before. Never again. I'm a full-blown thought. I got locked up before. Never again. I've been a free man for 10 years. I hit that statue of misery on Davey Boy. I knew better. I should have pal drove him into the mat and finished him off, but nah. I wanted to embarrass him. Went for that statue again. What'd he do? He spit in my eye, power slammed me. The ref didn't see it. The camera didn't see it. The fans didn't see it, and they wouldn't believe it because he'll do anything to save his family's legacy. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I ain't gonna make the same mistake twice, Davey Boy. Deadass.
Nice. 55 seconds. I liked it, man.
I rushed. I feel like I had to rush a little
Hey,
bit.
I would always probably say slow down. I think that's you. Did you cut it? Did you even because you told me you were gonna freestyle, did you even think about it beforehand? Go through it in your head at least once?
I went through it in my head once while you were talking on the timer, but I was rushing through it in my head. Like,
Yeah, no, I know, right? And so even in a scenario like this is like under pressure, right? So you're hearing promos, and then we're gonna call on you. You know what I mean? So it becomes incredibly a pressure situation. Because what would you normally do, Slice, in a promo? I know what I would do. I'd probably walk away, go to a quiet place, and just kind of go over it in my head, talking to. You'll see guys walking back and forth, just cutting promos in their head. Like, what would you do, Slice, if in a perfect scenario locker room situation?
Yeah, usually I'm to myself and just going over it, and I'll practice it just for time's sake. Like for TV, they want you to be 15 seconds. They're gonna tell you 15 seconds. So if it's not 15 seconds, you have to take a phrase out. You have to alter it. If it's 60 seconds, sometimes you want to know, how much time you have. And if you have everything planned out, you're going to have to cut something. And you don't want to cut the most important part of the promo because then your promo don't matter, like your story. So you have to cut something else. But yeah, you just got to practice it over and over. I'm known to freestyle things, but in my head, I'm going over what I want to say. So I never come in there completely unprepared, like very rarely, even though you made me do that once, like after I beat somebody.
After a match?
Yeah, after I won right before I wrestled Jake, I beat somebody, third win in a row, and you made me cut it. Like, it's like, fuck, I don't know what to say. So I just started talking
Darwin,
shit.
I remember that one.
Yeah, it was Darwin. Yeah, I just started talking shit. Like, fuck it, let's just talk shit.
Right, and plus you got that adrenaline right after a match, so I think that always but I was telling the class here, Slice, is that you got this unique ability to just be right there sitting in class with the ring right there. you'll look at somebody and they'll have an Ozzy Osbourne shirt, and I'll tell you, hey, cut a promo on this guy, and so you'll be might not know anything about him, but you'll grab onto that Ozzy Osbourne shirt and you'll create a promo about it, or grab something. Maybe they got, I don't know, maybe they got highlights in their hair or whatever it is, but you'll take something that you're just actually visually looking at them, and use it against them, and it really makes the promo personal. You know what I mean? And I think it really brings it home, and it gets people hyped to be like, oh man, like he got me. How can I get him back? And I think you have that unique ability.
Yeah, I like to get, you could get personal with somebody, but you can't get across the line. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna insult someone's race, their sexuality. You know what I mean? That's when you take it too far, especially nowadays. You can't do that. But if someone has on ugly sneakers, you know, make fun of their sneakers. Yeah, that's what my character does in real life. Like, I make fun of people in real life. So I brought that to wrestling. You need to find something that you do in real life that you could bring to wrestling that should relate to your character. It might not be as easy as it sounds.
Yeah. So, all right. I want to thank you, Mr. Slice. And so I want you to help me out with your critiques, you and Wasco, on the promos. So I want to actually have a running list here so everybody knows when they're actually going up. I have Taylor, Rhea, Kristen, Hannah, Max. Who's going after Max? I got Sage, Matt. Who else raised their hand? Tino, Sasha, Stephanie. Let's see here. Okay, Philip. All right. I see Ozzy, so I'm going to throw Ozzy right there. Hyde, I see you. I should be calling you Primo, right? Premio. Let's see who else. And oh man, look at Matt. Look at Matt. He got his head crushed on a door. I love it. All right, so I have Taylor, Rhea, Kristen, Hannah, Max, Sage, Matt, Tino, Sasha, Stephanie, Philip, Ozzy, and Hyde. Did I miss anybody here? Do I have everybody? Is that everybody? Looks like it's Thomas. Okay. All right. Taylor, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just moving my laptop really quickly because I want to stand. Sorry.
Okay. All right. And then we will start when you start speaking. So there is no go. It'll be on you. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll actually count you down. I'm going to count you down. That's what they would do. They would count you down. So let's make it happen. All right, here we go. Quiet on the set. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Britt Baker. Dentist Britt Baker. Oh, wait, that was quite a fight. I mean, it's a shame that in that fancy education of yours, they didn't teach you any manners, since you had to cheat to win by pulling down my tights. But that's okay. I'm actually not that angry, because Taylor Zelaya loves a street fight. So if you wanted to get down and dirty in a fight, all you had to do was ask. So January 11th at the Grand Olympic Auditorium, how about we make it a no disqualification match? Or are you afraid of an even playing field? Are you afraid what will happen to the great dentist Britt Baker when someone can cheat right back? I don't know. Let's find out, because I'm pretty sure I can get a scrap and two in there. My hands are shaking.
Shaking? You're nervous?
Yeah. Oh, I just have I'm like a chihuahua. When I get so much energy, I just start shaking. I don't know if it's fear or if it's like excitement. I'm just shaking, but it's good.
I thought that was a really good promo, right? So my biggest takeaway from it, and I get it. In this scenario, I just said it to you 4 minutes ago, and I haven't stopped talking. So you looked at, I'm at the Grand Olympic Auditorium in the day, right? So that'd be something that you would have to memorize. I understand right now. You're like, I'm just throwing it at you. But yeah, otherwise, I thought it was a really good promo. How many times have you practiced promos before this class?
I talk to myself a lot. I have not practiced enough in the mirror because I know a lot of the feedback have been facial expressions. So mirror promos of seeing myself, not nearly as much as I should have been doing, but I talk to myself a lot. My sister actually texted me the other day because she thought I had people over. I'm like, nope, just me.
Yeah, right. Always trying to cut promos. Yeah, I thought it was really good. And definitely seeing improvement each time. I remember, I think the first one you put out and you posted on the group, and you said, "I'm incredibly nervous," and right now you even told me your hands are shaking. I mean, you don't. I see a little bit of it. I don't think I see as much as you actually feel. So I think that's a really good thing, right? Because you always, as a pro wrestler, that's what we're doing. We're putting that shield on, that mask on, and right, we're trying to sell them a different emotion than we actually feel. So I thought it was a really great job. What did you think, Slice and Vinny?
I thought it was good. I thought I think you gave her the fist, which was what, 15 seconds, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And she took it. I don't think I saw you give her the 10.
It was about 45 seconds that she was done at.
Yeah, I thought maybe if you slowed it down a little bit, you probably could have got over 50, and you could have stretched it out a little bit, because I think the wording was fine. I think it was just a little too fast. So, maybe slow it down just a tad bit. I kind of felt like I could hear a little bit of the nervousness in your voice. So, with practice, you'll get over you'll be able to mask it, because I'll be honest, like before I did my promo right now, my heart was beating. I was like, damn, I don't want to suck, I don't want to come here and just blow the joint, and it's like, I do it all the time. I get nervous still, and there's that old saying, the day you don't get nervous is the day that, you don't care anymore. So it's okay to be nervous. We just got to learn how to mask it, in our face. And when we're speaking, once you get in that rhythm, you feel a lot more confident and you feel better. But I thought, the wording and the message was good. Just slowing it down, we could be able to stretch it out and, get closer to that 60-second mark.
Okay, thank you.
I thought your voice was clear, easy to understand. I don't know what your character is like. It sounded like I just, maybe because I haven't been here, so I don't know if you guys did introductory promos about who you are, but you need to give us an idea of what your character is, who your character is. But you laid a good groundwork, and you gave us the whole gist of the rivalry with Britt, how she cheated, how you're not scared. You know what I mean? But maybe, I don't know if you said your name. You might have, but I don't know if you said. Did you in the beginning?
I think I did. Towards the end, I think.
Yeah, but it was good. No real hiccups. I feel like maybe you started to hiccup once and you cut it off and you kept going. But yeah, maybe with the extra, let's say you went 45, you have 15 seconds to put your character over, or just say who you are. Talk your shit. I'm Taylor. Wait, what's your name?
Taylor.
I'm Taylor, blah, blah, and I don't play that shit. Like, whatever your catchphrase is, you could sneak it in there at the end. My catchphrase is dead ass. It takes 1 second. So even if I'm going over, I could put the 1 second in there and it's over. So maybe you get a 2-3 second catchphrase at the end, because I'm Taylor and I don't play that. You know what I mean? Your own twist. But if you have 15 seconds to play with, like Joey said, if they're charging $600, $1,200 for a 60-second commercial, you want every second, every penny. You know what I mean? I probably almost went over. But you don't want to go super short. You know what I mean? Fill that 60 seconds up with something good. You know what I mean? Something, the quality time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I think Slice, what was the line that you said? You said something about, was it gel something, or there was a line that really described your characters, is my point.
Oh yeah, third generation superstar Davey Boy Smith Jr. was on his back looking up at first generation jailbird Slice Boogie. And that took 5 seconds to say, so, but it's telling you who I am, even if you don't know who I am.
So yeah, I thought that was really good and led to the point of what you were saying. But yeah, great points from both of you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Rhea is next. And I will count you down. So let's see here. Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
December 23rd, my holiday gift to you, Brody King, and all of Inglewood will be my victory. Unfortunately for you, it'll come at the expense of the very thing that runs through your veins. Now, the cards may be stacked against me, but I have anything at my disposal. Bring your chain and bring your lock. The more weapons for me, the better. Your strength is your brute, but mine is my brain. And I'm just thinking about all the creative ways that I will be able to bring you pain. And that is enough motivation for me to know that I will cut you open. 3 Wednesdays from now, I will win. The ref will hold up my hand and I will have your blood.
You're on mute,
All
Joe.
right, yeah. You were at 55 seconds. Let's take it away. Let's start with Slice this time. We ended with you. We'll start with you, my friend.
So the words were good. The story was good. Whatever you wanted to get across, the idea, the story was put across. But your tone is just monotonous, flat. You could start off flat, but by the end, you want his fucking blood. You want his blood on your hands. You want the win. You can't stay flat. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna wrestle flat. Brody's gonna kick your ass for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna come up and you're gonna have a fake comeback, false hope, go back down. You're gonna have a full comeback, and the crowd's gonna go crazy. And your promos have to kind of be up and down, unless you start loud. You know what I mean? I'm loud no matter what. But sometimes I start calm. But I'm never gonna just be the same tone. Your story was good, but I don't know if I believed it. You sound like you don't sound like a psychopath. You just sound like a calm girl. We need you to sound a little. This is wrestling. You need to be a little over the top. Even if you're super quiet, like you're almost whispering. And then by the time you want blood, you're fucking screaming at us. So everything else is good. Just try to find your character's tone. Experiment with different shit. Super quiet, super loud, middle, happy, angry, told you so, didn't believe me, and you'll be fine.
Thank you, Slice. Wasco.
I agree with Boogie. For me though, I think it was the facials. You had, one same face. The entire promo. It almost felt like you were kind of reading it off of paper. As like a class presentation. Like Boogie said, this is wrestling. So find your character's tone, but at the same time, find your character's facials. So maybe you start off, Brody. My Christmas present to you. And then you're ending up, I'm going to get your blood, I'm going to end it, I don't know, find something, like that's how Vinny Wasco would probably start it and then end it, but it's going to be different for you, how it's different for Joey and Slice, so like Boogie said, find your character's tone, but at the same time, find the facials that your character would give. But other than that, I thought it was a good pace. You hit 55 seconds, which was stretching out that 60 seconds, and the message was clear, and I like the wording, but just fix your tone and your facials.
Thank you, Wasco. I thought there's definitely the same thing. Tone, facial expression, and eyes were lacking in this promo. I really want you to step it up. I felt that even at times it seemed that even I think it was at 30 seconds. It seemed like your promo ended, and then you were like, I gotta keep stretching it. Let me ask you, Rhea. So, because when you turn in the promos, I feel that they have a lot more, right? I get it again, right? Where it's almost, this is nearly like on the fly and no one's shutting up to say, spend 5 minutes quiet and do your promo. You're doing it as you're listening. But so, because when you do your promos and you submit them, they're fire. Like I could feel the passion. That's how I always judge my promos is what did I feel in it? Did I feel anything? Did it actually raise the hairs on the back of my neck? So let me ask you this. How many times do you cut a promo before you submit it into the group?
It really just depends. It can be maybe 20 times or less or more.
Okay.
It just depends on if I'm confident with what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So, right, a little bit putting you on the spot right now, but the same thing, right? Just keep practicing it in the mirror, in the car, maybe just recording your voice, listening to your voice. Can you actually visualize, see what you're saying, right? As opposed to watching a promo and look, right? Because the facial expressions really, really help us out in our promo. But now, can we actually hear it if we're just listening to it? So, all these different ways to keep practicing. Because I think you're really good at the promo. I think that what you did today, I think you could do a way better job But it's once again, it's right on the spot, giving you no time to say go by yourself for 5 minutes and think about it, right? So if you can able to do that, I think you're gonna be good. Like Sly said, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be on your way. So thank you. Good job. All right. Let's see here. Kristen is next.
The butterflies are definitely swarming. That means I still got some mileage in my wrestling shoes.
You always, yeah, I like that. I love that line. Yeah, that it got butterflies, so that means I still got mileage in my wrestling shoes. I love it. You always cut a great promo, right? Just let it all drop because that's what we have to do sometimes. We're nervous. We're nervous. You're just gonna take that deep breath, let it all go, and now turn your character on and just go at it. So when you, I will count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, China. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Auntie Heidi, and might I say, it is a privilege to fight against a fellow monster such as yourself. Oh, the way you hold your victims aloft before sending them crashing down sends my heart aflutter. However, don't confuse my adulation for a willingness to lie down. You have something I want. That intercontinental title you carry around your waist. I want it. I want it what it stands for. With that in my hands, people will remember me. So, on January 26th, the year of our Lord 2021, in Anaheim, California, I'm going to make sure I dethrone you as a monster. I'm going to show them that I'm the bigger monster. I'll see you in Anaheim. And remember, my eyes are watching.
And scene.
I love it. I love it. I think my big. I'm gonna let Wasco start, but I just want to add real quick. I think my biggest critique on it was I believe you may have been looking at yourself than the actual lens, and you saw it when you leaned in, because then you moved your eyes from over here and you went, oh shit, right here. Other than that, I loved. I thought it was a great job. It really showed us who your character was. Did you say your name?
Yes.
You did. Okay. All right. I must have missed it. But you were a minute and 13 seconds, so you're still within it. And I think no, I think that was great because I think anyone's going to hear that laugh is going to say that's money. I want that on my TV show. I want that on my wrestling show. So I thought it was really good. Just those eyes. Let's go to Wasco on this one. Wasco, what did you think, my friend?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot better than the one that was posted on the group page. I thought you did. I think I left a comment on that one. I thought you did that on the one in the group page. You put over China really well, but I felt like on the one that you posted a couple days ago, you didn't put yourself over that much. But I thought this one you put China over, but you put yourself over in a way your character would put, yourself over. It wasn't, oh, I'm Auntie Heidi and I'm the best, the baddest. It was like, using the terms and words that Auntie Heidi would use that, those big words that I don't know, like I'm not going to over here trying to repeat them because I don't know them. I'm not smart. But, I really liked that. And the laugh was great. The only thing was I think Chaos said the eyes, just, better face with the eyes. I love the, the eye on the hand. I thought that was great, but I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Wasco. Mr. Slice.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. When you put your eye out, you kind of change your voice, and it sounded kind of fucking scary. You know what I mean? But the rest of the promo was like not necessarily scary, but when you did that, it was like a horror movie almost. So you were switching your flow up good, and the subtle nuances. Like you could have just said December whatever, but you said in the year of our Lord. Like that goes a long way with keeping a character consistent. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a New York guy and I'm speaking like I'm from New York and out of nowhere I say like, what's a fucking Cali term? If I say hella, you'll be like, oh, this guy's a fucking fraud. So you're keeping it consistent so where your character is believable. I thought it was real good. I don't have no complaints.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, awesome. I thought that was a great promo. Great promo. Like I think you said, what did you say right before we started? You said you're nervous. Did you say that? You said it, yeah. And you had a great line, right? That means I still got some wheels left in my wrestling shoes. That was on point, right? So that confidence, more confidence, believe in yourself, right? Right? Because if you don't believe in yourself, then how can the audience believe in you, right? So man, because you have it, more confidence in how you go into it, and I guarantee it'll be better, right? Because even like I said, even how great we are today. If you keep practicing in 6 weeks, you're going to be a lot better than you are today. You know what I mean? And then, so maybe the promo might be better or might be the same. Maybe the promo is the same, but your feeling going into it would be completely different, and that'd be an incredible bonus for you. You're not worried about cutting a promo. You're not nervous about a promo. You're thinking about the match. You're thinking about the spots, whatever you need to be worried about at that point in order to get better. So I thought it was a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you guys very much.
Awesome. All right. Hannah is next. Okay, Hannah. I will start the time when you start talking. I'll count you down. Here we go. From 5, 4, 3, 2.
Charlotte Flair, you should know more than anyone how important title shots are. If you didn't know, you wouldn't have interrupted my match. But because you want that shot so bad, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you December 31st at the Staples Center. No matter how hard you fight, I'm gonna reign victorious because I want it more than anything in the world. And I always get what I want because I am Josette DeLarvery. I am youthful aggression.
All right. So you're at 39 seconds, and I gotta be honest. I was waiting for the mannerisms with using your hands, shaking your head, no, putting your finger out. You seemed incredibly nervous right now.
I am. Oh my God, that's so awful. I skipped so many lines because I like wrote some bullet points down. I skipped so many lines and then that like started throwing me off.
So right, so you definitely had a lot more time, even in the middle of a promo. Sometimes you have to go, and then maybe you gotta stare into the camera, and in your head you're like, I got nothing. But if you start staring into that camera, because you're like, I got nothing. I'm throwing everything to the wall right now. You can maybe buy yourselves 5 seconds to just get back on track. You had 20 seconds to stretch it. I think you lack the facial expressions, but because you've delivered it. You've delivered the emotion, the facial expressions, the believability in your eyes before. And I totally didn't see that. I thought it really lacked today. But right, we're in a different scenario, calling you out, never stopped and talked to let you take 5 minutes by yourself. You still pulled it off. Like, would Young Chaos be able to do that? I don't know. I had to sit there like a Barbara Walters interview, and they pulled any kind. I couldn't go 40 seconds. I really couldn't. So in that aspect, right, you're better than Coach when you're starting. But I know you can get better, so you got to keep practicing at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Slice.
Yeah, I could tell you were like super nervous. Like you sounded nervous as soon as you started talking. I mean, you just got to learn. This is gonna come. It's gonna get more and more comfortable. It's just like once you're in the ring, it's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to be more confident, and you just have to practice these things by yourself and time yourself, because you knew you had time. You might not have known how much time, but you knew you had time. So if there's nothing wrong with taking a breath and thinking of something on the fly. Or just saying her name, Charlotte. I don't know if you said the date or the location. Did you squeeze that in already?
Yeah.
Oh, you did in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just there's nothing wrong with being quiet and thinking of something on the fly and trying it out. What's the worst that could happen? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Say something, but make sure you know what you're gonna say, as opposed to just cutting it short and panicking. People will realize that before they realize that you just came up with something off the top of your head and brought it home that way. But just practice, that's all. And try to find your confidence, Because you don't want to sound nervous. Even if you are nervous, you don't want to sound nervous.
Thank you.
Wasco. Wasco. Are you there, Wasco? I think he's frozen, actually. Yeah, I think he froze. Yeah, so one of the things I think of what Slice had said on that was just practicing it over and over. I think the biggest thing he said was he didn't say this word for us, what Bob told us was give yourself the opportunity to fail. So sit there, come up with something in your mind. Maybe it falls flat, but at least give yourself an opportunity to throw something against that wall. Hey, maybe it'll stick, right? That's usually how the magic is made. When you just go out there and you throw it against the wall and you do it, and that'll really stick. And sometimes it's the thing that you think is your least best idea. So, but yeah, give yourself I know I have more time, right? Because at this point, I think we know what 1 minute is. Did you know you were short?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what that means. So I know I got at least some time. Let me try something here. Let me try to keep it going. I get it. Sometimes when you don't have anything, last thing you want to do is to stay out there any longer than you have to. So keep working on it. You'll get there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So let's see here. Max. Oh, you know what? Before we start on Max, I think did Rain enter the room? Rain did enter the room. So we are cutting promos. I'm giving you. Who did you call out, Rain? In your promo, you had Harukua. Is that his name? Joe.
No, Harakiri. No, I didn't call him out. I was just kind of pretending to be his manager.
Okay, so let's go here. You're gonna be in a who is your wrestler wrestling? Give me who's your dream opponent?
Oh, my wrestler wrestling. Well, Hara did a promo to wrestle Will Dorado, which is Willie.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna be you're gonna have your wrestler, right? Which is it's Hara. And this is gonna be a hair versus hair match. And this one is gonna be at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. And this is gonna be on Saturday, January 30th. Okay, in a hair versus hair match.
Happy. Okay.
So I want you to prepare a minute. Everyone's going a minute. You're going to be last, so there's still probably another 8 in front of you before you go. Okay?
Coach, you said Grand Olympic Auditorium?
Yes, the GOA, Grand Olympic. You could just say the Olympic. The Olympic.
That's the Olympic.
Yes, yeah, a Olympic Auditorium. Very historic out here in Los Angeles.
So what was the date again? Sorry.
It's Saturday, January 30th.
January 30th. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Mr. Max. Mr.
Hello.
Max, you're up.
I just wanted to do a mic test. Do I sound okay? Too loud, too low? Okay, good.
I think it sounds great, my friend. Okay, I will give you a countdown here.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
On January 29th from Strongbow Stadium, there will be something that nobody will ever see again. Roman Reigns is going to take Kevin Owens and he's going to tear him limb from limb and piece from piece. Kevin, you betrayed me. I gave you the knowledge. I told you my perspective, Kevin. I told you the secrets, man. And you betrayed me. You hurt me, man. But then Roman came to me and he said, I'll listen to you. I like what you're saying and I like your perspective. And that's the difference between Roman and you, Kevin. Roman will listen to perspective. He'll listen to something different. And on January 29th, Roman is going to show when you have perspective, you're going to wind up on top and that it's going to carry you not just to the top, but it's never going to stop.
I like it. All right. So right off the bat, what I'm going to say is I like that you were showing different emotion. I want you now to dig deeper in those emotions because it almost, I think you were almost like to the verge of tears. It seemed fake. just from my opinion, my perspective, I want you to dig deeper into that,
Okay.
into those emotions. I think that your eyes and your facial expressions lacked early on. I think after about 30 seconds, they did start to pick up. So let's think about that from the get go. Let's start our promos, or let's start our facial expressions at the beginning of our promo. And so even at 30 seconds, let's even turn up the gears in our facial expressions a little bit more on that. Okay. I totally dug the story. You put it together. You're like, okay, you added more to what I gave you because you needed something there, and I thought it was really good that you added that. And you actually now, okay, let's you're putting asses in the seats, right? Because this is the situation happen. We want to see what the outcome is. So I thought that was a really good job on that. Slice, what do you have to add to that?
You started very, very like monotone, and then you brought it up right away. I didn't like the crying. It didn't sound. It sounded like you said fake. It didn't even sound like It didn't sound like you were trying to fake cry. It sounded like you were trying to cry for real, and it threw off the whole promo. Even though you bounced back right after, once that crying business was over with, you brought it back and you got serious about the promo. And you told Kevin why Roman chose you. Roman believed you, and if he sticks with you, you're gonna take him to the top. And I believe that part of the promo, but the crying, it almost ruined the promo for me. Other than that, I thought the delivery was pretty good. You were clear about what you were saying, but be careful when you're doing things like fake crying and things like that, especially if you're trying, if it's gonna come across as a joke, make it more like of a joke cry, as opposed. I don't know. I don't know how to fake cry. Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe do something like this. Oh, like if you're gonna cry, maybe make it funny. You know what I mean? Because you got serious after. Let the people know you're not really crying. You know what I mean? You're just making believe you don't give a fuck about Kevin Owens anymore. You know what I mean? I thought it was clear. Other than the crying part, I liked it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good. Yes. All right. I think Wasco just came back in. I don't think he got a chance to see the promo, so we'll catch him on the next one on that. But yeah, hit those pointers on that with those facial expressions. And I thought that you actually did a really good job on your end line. I thought that was really good. I thought it really brought that promo together. I think how Slice was saying. So good job on that.
I do just want to say, I guess like what I'm trying to go for is a professional like manager type, but he's a little crazy. Like that's what the perspective is like it's a different perspective. It's a little crazy, but it sound like that's just what I was going for, and it missed. I threw something on the board and it didn't stick. So I just wanted to try it out and see how that works. So I appreciate it.
Who is your inspiration, and who are you watching for this character of this crazy? Like, are you
for this character?
Yeah.
I like actually. I forget his TNA name, but oh no, Spencer Shaw. It used to be Spencer Shaw. He's now Dexter Loomis in NXT. Kind of like that. It's like that mixed with Heyman, mixed with like Cactus Jack, ECW Cactus Jack, and kind of like a man, but it's like a manager. He's like a businessman, but he's a little crazy. He's got a different look on things.
So what I want you to do is now take it a step. Let's leave wrestling as we look now for our inspiration on our crazy. Maybe we're watching Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon and looking at his kind of crazy, maybe we're watching Robert De Niro and Cape Fear and looking at totally different type of crazy, right? And I want you to start searching books, movies, comic books, and start searching for that crazy and start putting it together to make it your own. The only reason I say that is because when we take from wrestling, we can be considered a ripoff, and we don't want the first thing that people think about is of us as a ripoff. If we're a ripoff of the Cape Fear guy, that's people will be more lenient for that because they probably never watched Cape Fear. You know what I mean? They don't know it. They don't know that Waylon Mercy already tried it. And I think Bray Wyatt is actually doing it now. I think he's doing a way better job than Waylon Mercy. So Look at those. Look at other inspirations besides wrestling to try to now go deeper into this crazy character that you're looking for to pull it all together.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, Sage. Sage is next.
All right. Oh God.
All right, Sage is next and ready, and I will count you down. Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, well, well. Look at here. The Stoop Kid himself, Kid Chaos, is finally fearless to leave his stoop. He's finally accepted my challenge once and for all to face him in the Anaheim Marketplace January 4th in a tables match nonetheless. Chaos, you and I share a bond of a hardcore lineage. But you know what? It's time for me to show you what I've learned and welcome you to my world of pain. You might have created me as the Pumpkin Queen in your heyday, but I have no choice but to destroy you.
I thought that was really good. 50 seconds. You sighed at the end and went back. Were you nervous?
No, my husband came in because my baby's like screaming and he saw I was doing a promo and walked out and I was like,
okay. Okay, good. No, I totally heard in the background, but I thought it didn't throw you off one bit. You stood on point, even with the distraction in the background.
I'm sorry.
But no, not at all. No, I heard you loud and clear. And I thought that it was a good promo. I just was thinking, did she sigh in relief of nervousness? Because you didn't seem nervous at all, and I thought you did a really good
I think I also forgot my last line, and I took it as a second to like, what was I saying at the end there?
Okay, all right. I thought it was a good go home on that one. I thought it was really good, and you were at, I believe, 50 seconds. So you're right. You were right in there with it. I believe the facial expression, the eyes. I thought it was really good. Wasco, what did you think? Is Wasco here?
Yeah, I'm here now. Sorry, I didn't even notice the like the slight hesitation. I heard the background noise, but I thought it was just coming, from the other room. I didn't even see it on your face. I liked it. I especially liked, at the end when you like looked at the camera like this. I dug that. I thought that was really dope. But everything else, was good. I liked it.
Thank you. It's hard because obviously I usually have face paint, so I'm like trying to embody my character in my baby's room still. So I'm trying to get into a little bit of character. So that's as best as I could do there.
Awesome. And Mr. Slice.
I thought it was good. I like the fact that you started to speak with your hands a little bit. Facial expressions were good. Your tone is not monotone, but it was the same kind of for like the whole promo. But it's not monotone. It's a good tone. But I would like a different range. Maybe just for like one sentence or whatever you're bringing home. But the delivery was good. The words were good. And I like the facials and the hand, speaking with your hands.
We don't normally do promos sitting down, so it's kind of weird. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, really good. I know you said, oh, I'm a little rusty, but it's just like I always say it. Like wrestling's like riding a bike, you might be a little rocky on the first block, but after that, it's like it's no problem whatsoever because you know how to do it. So really good job, Sage.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Matt Wall. Matt Wall is all right.
You got me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I'm just gonna go. Okay.
No. Oh, I'm counting. I put myself on mute. All right, here we go. I'm counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Man, this juice is so good, but this is the only juice I'm gonna be getting. The same championship for you, young bucks. I know what you did. You thought it was okay to jump me in the parking lot and bash my car door against my hard head. That cost me $400 to fix. Oh, Sunday, January 10th, at the Los Angeles Coliseum. At the end of that, the ref is going to raise my fist in the air, covered in blood, and I will look down on your own corpses making with the red water. You will know that you just crossed paths with Death Calhoun by way of old school vengeance.
56 seconds on that one. I thought it was really good. The one thing I'm going to say, color, right? Let's not talk about, because the fans will not understand what that, or you said juice. Fans,
Juice.
like, there's going to be fans that understand what that means. The majority of them are going to be, huh? What does he mean? You know, so.
I thought the Young Bucks would dig it.
Oh, I'm sure they would, right? But remember, we're not popping the boys in the back. We're trying to pop the audience that's paying to watch us. That would be my biggest takeaway on that one. Yeah, don't use our the pro wrestling jargon. Although it's cool, you will pop the boys. Majority of fans won't understand what it means. You know.
Yeah.
Slice, what did you think?
Thought it was good, man. Entertaining. I'm like, after hearing that promo, I want to see, how does your character walk? You know what I mean? How does your character wrestle? I feel like a promo should make me want to see what else you can do, not just talk. Oh, this guy could talk good. I wonder if he could. Is his fucking wrestling as good as his speaking? You know, it's his ring presence. So I think that's good, man. You drew me in to want to know, like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? I think it was good. Switching your tones. You're very 80s, early 90s-esque, but without being cheesy, but being believable. So I thought it was good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Slice. Wasco, what do you got to add to that?
Yeah, like Joey said, the juice, like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what you're talking about. I'm like, juice, like, what does he mean by that? Like,
and he's in the business.
Yeah, like the pro wrestling term that I know is color, like that's what I get, when he said juice, I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, I guess.
I didn't know what the fuck that meant either.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to see where he's going with it, but it wasn't until Chaos, elaborated. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I really liked how you said it cost me $400 to fix my car, like, of course, like, who isn't going to be pissed off? I don't care if you're rich or not. I mean, that's how the rich stay rich, right? But not spending their money. So regardless if you're rich or poor, yeah, you should be pissed off it cost you $400. You see, in, mainstream wrestling today, all these guys do parking lot attacks, but nobody talks about that, how much it costs to fix their car or how much it costs for the rental car to be replaced, like, why aren't you mad about that? I'd be mad about it too. So I really like that. I felt like maybe by wearing, the bandage, it kind of restricted your facial a little bit, because I was trying to pay attention to this side of your face, obviously, to see your eyes. And I kind of felt like you were doing good with your mouth facial, but like your eyes were still kind of just like, they were there. And I don't know if it was the bandage wrapped around your head that was kind of like maybe restricting you. But, I mean, obviously under that, it's a work, you're not hurt really, unless, they were actually potatoing you out there, and they were trying to teach you a lesson. But, you should be able to still practice, because if it is bandaged up, they aren't going to see it regardless, so, and it's not going to hurt you to do it. But, just kind of work on that, and even if you have to try and do one side. But other than that, I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Wasco. Thank you, Matt. Good job. Good job. I love your promos. Good promos. All right, Mr. Tino is next.
Yeah, let's get it.
Tino. All right, he's ready to rock. All right, here we go. I'm going to count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo, Cena, man. What happened, bruh? What happened? What did you become, my dude? Remember WrestleMania 28? I do. Remember when you told The Rock that you hated what he became? He became Dwayne, the movie star. And look at you, bro. You went from the doctor of thugonomics all the way to the host, Mr. Cena. New Year's Day, bruh. Island Theater. Loser leaves town match. And once you're gone, we're gonna inject wrestling with some fresh blood, courtesy of his freshness himself. It's gonna be my honor and pleasure to make sure that you never come back, because your time is up and Bishop Church's time is now. Bank on that.
Tino, you're at 60 seconds on the money on that one. Good job on that. Let's start with Mr. Vinny Wasco, please.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I don't know why, but when you first started, right when you said Cena, what happened? I'm like, I don't know why in my head I'm like, all right, he's got to be thinking of like 28. Like I don't know why. Just the way you said it. I really like how you called him out on his past statements of like, oh, I'm not going to become what Dwayne is. I like how you called him out on that. I like that you incorporated, your time is up, my time is now. Although I do kind of feel that, that's kind of overplayed at times when people are cutting promos on him, at least in today's wrestling. I feel like I've heard that one too many times. That aha that you threw in, I don't know if that's because, Cena used to do that when he was the doctor of Thugonomics. So I caught that little Easter egg. If you could have incorporated, the you can't see me somehow in there, I think it would have been, I would have liked that more than the my time is now line. If you could have got the you can't see me in there. But tone, I think you could have changed up your tones a little bit. But other than that, I thought it was really good. I like, the message and, the pace of it. So good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Slice.
Yeah, it sounded more like you were talking as opposed to cutting like a promo. Maybe you just need a little more conviction that like you believe it. A little, I don't know, want to say seriousness, because your character might be like that kind of guy. Like, I'm fresh, I'm out, you know what I mean? Like that's your swag or whatever. But maybe just a little more conviction. Just I can't describe it, but it needs to sound a little more like a promo as opposed to just talking. It's hard to even like elaborate. But I thought it was good, clear. You brought a whole story back together, and you gave us your name at the end. You know what I mean? You didn't rush it in the beginning, but you let us know who you are. Bishop Church, boom. You got your own nickname, and that's what it's really good. Some people, I didn't get it. I don't even have a nickname. I came up with a nickname like 2 months ago. So it's good to have that in your back pocket. That was a good job. Just try to jazz it up a little bit, a little livelier if you can.
Yeah, I agree with Slice on that. I would always tell the students, hey, put a little bit more oomph into it, right? Put a little bit more energy or oomph into it, into your promo. Also, what I would add is facial expressions and eyes. Although I thought you did good, I know that you could do better, right? Really elaborating, that's really going to help us. The facial expressions in our eyes are really going to help us sell what we're trying to sell in our promo, right? We're trying to sell the match. So that's really going to help you on that. But yeah, I thought you did a good job on that one. So yeah, absolutely. Keep practicing.
It wasn't until Boogie said, your character you said the word bruh, like 2 or 3 times. Unless, that's going to be, your Hulk Hogan's brother or, your Stone Cold's what, I wouldn't use it more than once, because I think that once Boogie kind of brought up how you were talking, I think when you use bruh, more than once, that's how, I see where he was saying how it kind of felt like you were just talking to him rather than cutting a promo, so unless, like I said, unless it's going to be your Hulk Hogan's, let me tell you something, brother, like I wouldn't use it more than one time.
Okay.
Thank you, Wasco. Thank you, Tino. Appreciate it. Good job. Keep practicing on it. All right. Sasha is next. Sasha, are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Okay, so I will count you down. You got 60 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yoo-hoo! I need my mic. This is Jericho's. I need mine. Thanks. Hey, Brian Cage, the Machine, Swolverine, and now Cheater. You needed Big Buffett Daddy Taz to help you out once again, and this time from a clown? Looks like you're the joke now, buddy. So how about you redeem yourself and fight me, Bratty B, again on December 19th in the land of Daniel's son, the Reseda Country Club. And this time, no cheatsies, okay? All done.
All right. So I put it out about 15 seconds. You had 15 seconds left. I thought, right, we could have stretched our promo, and I think we could have stretched it perfectly with having a unique go home line, unique to your character, unique to your personality. I know because I visually saw your promo. I know that you're a clown. I want to ask Slice, what did you see out of her character in this promo, right? Because when I saw the promo last, she had her face all painted up. She had a great background. What did you see in this, Slice?
Definitely bubbly. She's throwing in these little words, these little mannerisms. But I didn't know she was a clown, so I would have liked her to say to. She says all three or four of Brian Cage's nicknames. Give yourself a fucking nickname. You know what I mean? Why not? You're Braddy B. Is that your name, Braddy B? But you need like a nickname like that. He just called himself Fresh something. You need a nickname. I didn't know what the character was, but you have your own little style of delivering it. Your own. You're not monotone, so keep the personality there. Personality's good. I didn't know you were a clown or not. Maybe if you're like in the face paint or whatever, it'll bring everything together. But I thought it was good. But you got 15 seconds to work with. Give yourself a nickname. You're not going to tell us an origin story because the point of the promo is rematch with Brian Cage. But squeeze something in there, a story. Squeeze something in there for us to know who you are a little better. That's it.
Thank you, Slice. Wasco.
I like the beginning when you said hand me my mic, and then that was Jericho's. I felt that was very pro wrestling, because we are pro wrestling, and sometimes this business can be over the top and silly, and I thought that was very unique to your character, and it brought in that pro wrestling side of it. I thought what you said was really good. I like the little clown mannerisms, the cheat seas and all that. And like Joey said, ending it with something that your character would do, and I like that little the wink that you gave to the camera at the end. Maybe keep that, but add your own little go home. So whether yours is like if you smell what the Rock is cooking, right? Maybe the Rock did a wink, like that, like whatever if you smell what the Rock is cooking, do that with that wink, and maybe that could no cheatsies, add that line and then the wink, and that could get you from 45 to 50 seconds. So just things to add where we can add things to stretch out that time a little bit more. But I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, just let's work on a go home on that one. I think it definitely lacked. It just seemed like it just cut off. It just ended. So I think let's bring it home. Let's have something to go home with it on that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Yes, Stephanie, you are next. Are you ready?
Not really. I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. The last promo I seen from you, you didn't show any nervousness, and it was night and day from the promo that you had did the week previously. So let's just let it go. Get a couple of let it just dust it off, breathe, and then I'm gonna count you down. Okay, so here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Carmelo, Miss Untouchable is what you call yourself, don't you? Coming January 2nd. I'm sorry, I messed up. Oh my God, I can't do this.
All right, here we go. In 5,
Wait.
4. Breathe a second. Breathe a second. We're gonna come back to you. Philip, are you ready? Where's my man, Living Zed? Is he on here? I think he is.
Yeah, I'm ready. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you
Okay,
hear
so
me?
I can hear you. Okay, so Stephanie, we're gonna have you go next. And the reason I was like really, hey, let's do it again, because sometimes you just gotta let it go. Let's hit it again. I messed up again. Okay, let it go. Let's hit it again. Let's just get it. Let's hit it, right? The more we build it up, anticipate it, make it bigger than it is, it's gonna start messing with your head. All right, so you're next, Stephanie. All right, here we go. Living Zed. Are you
Hey guys, my
ready?
connection's really bad, so if it gets jumbly, let me know and I'll. But
Okay.
I'm hoping I got a good connection. So.
Okay, well, I'll message
All right,
you.
yeah, count me down.
Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Brody King. Didn't think you needed a weapon to bring the violence. 2 weeks ago, you destroyed my leg with a steel chair to try and stop me from taking what's yours for now. And then you go and run off to Ring of Honor. Where is your honor? I'm calling you back home. Santino Brothers Dojo, my home now. Wednesday, January 6th. When we meet again and I take your move and drop the gonzo bomb on you, you'll know I am living Zed.
All right, Philip. So we got through it. It had a little bit of interruptions, but it killed at the end, and we couldn't get the end. And right at the end, the last 10 seconds, your internet started getting in the way on that. So we'll give you an assessment of what we did see on that one. So right, let's emotions, let's bring those emotions up, turn those gears on and off, more facial expressions in what you say. Let me go to, I know probably Slice will talk about this. Slice, what did you think in this promo? What you were able to get out of it?
His internet was tripping like almost the whole time.
Yeah.
He started off. I just felt like he started off with zero emotion. I caught up to when he like accused Brody of not needing a weapon, which is a good point to make. You always want the content to be good, but I just felt like you had no emotion, and then the internet started tripping. I don't know if you raised your emotion at the end, so I have no. But that's all I got. It was like fucking 9 seconds worth.
Oh man.
Yeah, so but I would definitely say, right, we need the gear changes and the tone changes, and the different tones in your voice, right, the different changes in your facial expressions. Like if I cut a promo, like it would be hard for me to cut a promo like this. Like I'm usually like I think the second who is it? Taylor said I had to stand. Like me, I would be up here. You seem very relaxed. So if we're saying you lack that energy, let's bring it up a little bit. Maybe stand up, maybe sit up. That would definitely help you and take your promo a longer way. Waska, what did you get? What did you get to see? Did you get to see anything out of that?
I didn't get to see much, so maybe if you get a chance, you can maybe post that promo, refilm it and post it in the group page for us to see. But like Chaos said, bring the energy up, and pro wrestling energy is very, very important because although this is pro wrestling, at the end of the day, a lot of people watch it because they want to be entertained, and that's why promos are very important. For example, this past weekend, I was talking to two people who live in my town who are just casual fans, and they were talking about old wrestlers they used to watch, and two names that got brought up were Dean Malenko and Lance Storm. And what they said was, wow, those two guys were very great pro wrestlers. I liked watching them wrestle, but I mean, they weren't entertaining, and I didn't really care to, like if they were doing an interview or a promo or something like that, they didn't care if they missed it because there was no energy. It was very monotone, so always, just kind of keep that in mind that, that's what makes people remember you more. Of course, the wrestling's very important, but I think the wrestling's only important really to the guys in the business, whereas, the promos are more important to the fans because that's what's going to make them remember you. That's why The Rock was so great. I think Joey always says it. It's like Rock really only did, 4 or 5 moves. We can all name them all. He did the spine buster, the DDT, the rock bottom people's elbow. Other than that, I can't name you a move that he did, but I can tell you all the promos that he did. Whereas Dean Malenko probably did he probably was the man of 1,000 holds, but I can't tell you a promo he did. So that's probably why, always think of that when in terms of energy and all that.
Right, and so we say energy. That doesn't mean you have to be Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan. Listen, brother, all that. Right, you can be Jake the Snake. Right, very low tone. Right, but he's very intense, and that intensity is the energy right there. Right, so a lot of people try to say, "Oh, I'm Jake the Snake. I'm low tone." Yeah, but he's very intense, and that you can feel it right? When you say that you can cut it with a knife, like so you can feel it, that tension there. When Jake speaks, you can feel how intense he is. So think about that, right? You don't have to yell, but we do want to see that intensity or the energy brought up a little bit. All right, Stephanie, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, so here we go. I will count you down, right? Take a deep breath. You got this. No problem. Hey, and this is where you do mess up. It's okay to mess up. Okay? Just get back on and go. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Carmela, Miss Untouchable is what you call yourself, don't you? But coming Saturday, January 2nd, is where that Untouchable title ends. Because you see, there will be no more hiding, and there's definitely not going to be any more running. Okay, I'm so sorry. Coach, I can't do this.
You got it. So if you mess up, right? So let's talk about that a little bit.
I just feel very nervous, and I hate that I can't pull myself
It's
together.
okay, right? So we're in this scenario where I'm saying cut a promo and listen to all these people cut a promo, not giving you 5 minutes to go away to think about what you're doing, right? So it's a an intense scenario right now, especially being called upon, right? For Wasco. Wasco's been doing this for a couple of years, and he was like, I was nervous, right? So how do you feel? I understand that, right? But let's talk about messing up a little bit, right? So when we mess up, and we're all going to mess up, the greatest mess up, right? The difference is what makes the greats the great is that they keep going with it. They keep flowing with it. So as soon as you messed up, make that part of the promo. Make that part of the promo. You know, Carmilla, I don't even, they came out here and they told me to cut a promo, and I don't even know what to say because I got you in this ring in the steel cage match, and make that nervousness part of your promo and just go with it, because there's going to come a time, right, where you're going to have to hit it, and they're going to say, hey, hit it, right? And what would we just say? Hey, they're giving you a minute and a half. That's $600 worth of advertising for your character, for your personality, right? Make that part of the promo. And I think when you make that part of the promo, you're not thinking about what to say. You're just speaking what you feel, and I always find that really helped me, especially, and I always see people do that, right? We talked about Kevin Owens messing up in a promo with Hideo Itami and flubbing his words, and everyone goes, what? And then he just goes, man, you got me so messed up inside, I sound like Hideo Itami. And everyone, oh, right on that fight, just keeps it flowing. And it made his flub, made that promo, I thought it made that promo better. So so as a wrestler, and this is for everybody, right? All these notes are for everybody. So I hope everyone's taking out all the notes that everyone's getting. As a wrestler, we don't want to show where we make a mistake. We have to keep going. We will make a mistake, right? Just in your everyday work, we make mistakes sometimes, and it's okay. Just keep going, fix it, and keep going. And same thing on your promo. And what will help you is just make that part of your promo. Start talking about what you're actually feeling, and then you're a wrestler, right? Or you're a potential grappler. So you would try to now tie it to that match with you versus Carmella, you know. Um, let's go slice. So we got 20 seconds out of it. What are some pointers that you can give her, and maybe for some times that you have messed up?
So even if you mess up, just you have the luxury right now of saying, Coach, I can't do this. But like let's say you're in a ring. Let's say by chance you're like a natural at wrestling. You're super good at wrestling. But like you let's say you level up quick, you're in the ring, and they want you to cut a promo, and you don't know what to say. You're not going to be able to say anything to the crowd. Oh, crowd, I'm sorry, or promoter, I'm sorry. You just gotta have to speak from the heart. If it's not planned, if it's not your bullet points, and you forget what to say, just talk shit. Talk shit about Carmella. You're not better than me. Da 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 da. Build yourself up. Talk shit. It's better than saying, Coach, I can't. You know what I mean? Talk shit. If it's not a perfect promo, who cares? But you got to finish. It's the same as if you fuck up a suplex in a match and you I can't finish. I can't do this. You never quit. We don't do that. We don't quit. You finish. So just next time you fuck up, just talk shit. Whatever the scenario is, talk shit against your opponent and build yourself up, praising yourself, or praise your opponent, say you're better. Just shit that you could just come up off the top of your head, because you're always going to need an insurance policy. You might not be able to cut, oh man, I had all this shit planned out and I fucked up, but just keep going. And don't ever say, I can't do this, coach, I can't do it, because you're already doing it. You did it for 20 seconds. Don't let 1 second determine the entire minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would say, right, a shitty promo, even a shitty promo is going to be better than saying, oh, I messed up. You know what I mean? I can't do it. Right now, it's like really breaking down that fourth wall, and we're saying, what is going on here? Wasco, what do you have to add to that?
Uh, honestly, I think from hearing that second promo and, going in deeper, I felt that on that first promo, when you started on January 2nd, I still think you could have got that same message across. Like you could have been on January 2nd. It may, in your mind, it may not have been where you wanted to go, but you still could have, hit a U-turn and got back to where you were trying to go. Like it seemed like you were trying to call her untouchable, but, on January 2nd, you were going to, get in the ring with Miss Untouchable or whatever, right? So you could have been like on that first time you said Carmella on January 2nd, then you stopped. Maybe instead on January 2nd, oh crap, I messed up. You and I are going to step in the ring, and then you go into that little line you were going to say, and you repeat the date because, you want to make sure people watch it, right? So just own it, own that you mess up. And because if you own it without even hesitating, it's going to be harder for everybody to see that you messed up. You know what I mean? Like I've messed up on a promo. I messed up on my catchphrase one time. Under the easiest thing to say, one thing that I say all the time, I messed up on that, and I was so embarrassed, and I felt like an idiot. But nobody caught it because I just kept going. You can see it on my face on the camera, like I'm mad at myself because I messed up on the easiest thing I had to say. But nobody in the back caught it. Nobody in the crowd caught it. And as pro wrestlers, we want our words to come out perfect. But in real life, when we're arguing with people, do we really sound perfect when we're arguing? No, we're always going to have, those little stutters, or we're going to say things wrong because we're so filled up with emotion that we're speaking before we're even thinking. So, if you mess up, I don't see, those stutters as like a big, oh my gosh, the smart marks are going to think so, but just own it and keep going with it. Like Joey said, that Kevin Owens line, he owned up with it and made something out of it. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wasco. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. Keep practicing till we could break that barrier. You're able to do it in front of people, okay? Because you cut a great promo on video, and I thought it was good, and it was night and day from the previous week. So just keep practicing at it, okay? All right, Ozzy. Is Ozzy still in the house? All right, Ozzy. I will count you down. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, me, Mr. Oswald, Wolf Daddies, tonight, you, me, handicap match, winner gets title shot for January 12th at American Legion Hall against Ray Rosa for Santino Brothers World Heavyweight Champion, me, Mr. Oswald.
All right, so you are at 33. You had a good 27 seconds left. And I'm going to say it. I said it before, man. You remind me of the Shockmaster with that voice. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because I know Shockmaster tripped. His mask fell off, and people are like, so I think it may make people think about that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It sounded... Right, I think it sounded good. I could see it on a kid's villain in a kid's Netflix kids movie or something like that. I think for pro wrestling, I think you need to give me some more of you, some more real,
Okay.
more from deep down inside. What did you think? What did you think of it, Slice?
I liked it. Ozzy always makes me fucking laugh though. So, but I think he's just trying something new, but I like the fact that he's not speaking full sentences. He's not trying to talk like he's speaking like a Frankenstein would speak. Broken sentences, me. It's they're not clear sentences, but I think that was intended. I like it. I feel like his character, he probably I know, bro. I was there with Brody once, and Brody told him he should be a man with a few words. So him cutting promos is probably, I don't know. Maybe he just have to figure out how the character would speak without speaking too much. Because 60 seconds is a long time. Maybe you speak very slow. Me, handicap match. Instead of me, handicap, Ray Rosas, boom, boom, boom. That 33 seconds, everything you said in that 33 seconds could have been in 60 seconds with pauses and whatever, some type of fucking monster mannerisms. I don't know, whatever you figure out. But I like that you're getting somewhere with the character of the monster, Ozzy.
Yeah, definitely. Right, staring into the camera can kill that time. I don't totally agree with you, Slice, on that. Right, less, and I did like the cut sentences on that. Maybe it also reminds me of Inspector Gadget's villain. Also, maybe the voice. Vinny Wasco, what did you think of it?
I agree with Boogie. From my understanding of Ozzy's character, he was built in a lab by Darwin, so I don't think he should be speaking, full sentences. I think he should be doing the me, wolf daddies, and I think in terms of Ozzy, I don't think Ozzy should even have a catchphrase. I think Ozzy should always end his promos maybe doing his opponent's catchphrases, so like maybe it's me, Mr. Oswald, will destroy the Wolf Zaddies. Or if he's wrestling Boogie, Slice Boogie will be dead ass, or something like that. Like you can play around with it. There's things that he could do. Like he shouldn't have his own catchphrase. He should take their stuff and run with it. I thought it was great. I liked it a lot.
I like that, Vinny. I like adding that. Write that down, Mr. Oswald. Yeah, I totally like that. I think that could work. But yeah, good. You're improving. You're doing it. I'd like to see you submitting those promos with the rest of the class into the group also. So good job. Thank you, Wasco. Thank you, Slice. Keep practicing it, Mr. Oswald. And you're gonna find what works for you. So good job on that one. All right, Mr. Hyde. And just so you guys know, I know we're at 8 o'clock. We're probably going to go about 10 to 12 minutes over today. If you do have to go, I do understand, but we'll officially end it in about 10 minutes or so when we're done with the promos. All right, Mr. Hyde, are you up? Are you ready? Are you still in the? Are you still? Oh, geez, that's not Mr. Hyde. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to count you down.
No need to count down because Triple H, the last match we had, I failed. As Primo Henio failed, I failed. I didn't beat you because that last match was a fight, but it ended in a double countout. And the way I see it, the score is 0-0, and I hate failing. I hate losing. I hate it. So on January 12th, right here, Isaac E. Man, on January 12th, at the New Hall, American Legion, it's going to be the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings, Mr. Suck-It himself, is going to take on El Primo Genio, the first son of professional wrestling, Taurino. And this time, it's not going to end in a double countout. It's going to end with me giving you the promised land. Time to play the game. Time for the best of Taurino.
57 seconds. I think I like this character, me personally, better than the Hyde. I think it's we connect with it more, or at least I connect with it more. And I think you seemed the most comfortable when cutting this promo than I've seen you. Right? Because we're getting better every time you're doing it. Wasco, what did you think of this of my guy Hyde?
I like this, but I think this is the best promo I've ever seen him cut. I think I agree. I think he's more comfortable doing this than Hyde, but I know he's comfortable being Hyde. But there was just something when he was I feel I could hear more confidence in his voice, and I can see more confidence in his face when he was talking. So I mean, I don't know where you're going with the character, but I mean, I'd like to see a little run at it. I think maybe you do something to where Hyde transforms into him. That way, you don't just completely like drop the Hyde character or something. I know you always try and do the Jam and Hyde / thing, but maybe this is your your demon, like Finn Balor has his or something. Maybe Hyde's your demon. I don't know, but I feel I can see a lot more confidence and a lot more better facials. I like this one a lot better. Good job.
Yeah, I totally dug it too. Reminded me of a character that I would see in Once Upon a Time in Mexico or something like that. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Slice, what did you think of my man Hyde? You know this guy?
I know this motherfucker. Nah, I feel like so when me and Hyde, like we both started at the same time and we would travel to Ground Zero and I would talk shit, make fun of him. He would like talk shit and make fun of me kind of in the same way that El Premio Henio talks. You know what I mean? He'd be like, what are you talking about, man? Like whenever I make fun of him, Vinny was there when we would like make fun of each other. And I feel like this character is just natural, the same way my Slice Boogie character is natural, where you could just freestyle as yourself almost. Your character's coming from within. Even when you said, "Hey, Isaac E, look at me, man," I don't know if you planned that or if that was just off the. I feel like it's just so easy for you to come off the top of the head as this character, whereas Hyde, with such a crazy character, trying to convince people you're crazy, it's harder to come up with stuff off the top of your head and be believable, as opposed to you just talking shit as yourself. Hey, what are you talking? Hey, get over here. What do you like? It's easy for you. So I feel like this character, you're not struggling to cut a promo, and you could be as funny as you want. You could be as serious as you want. I still feel that promo you did like 2 months ago was better. Like that was insane. When you maybe it was like your first
with the Hulk, that one. I said like I had
it,
from quarantine that I could feel like Hulk or something like that. That one.
No, you were still a premio though. I feel like it was like the last promo class or the one before that. But all the premio promos you've done have been good. So
Well,
I liked it.
I took the accent out. Was that a better way? Because I felt like the accent, I'm not being my real self, and like people.
I feel like you could keep I feel like the accent doesn't take away from the character. But if you feel like you're struggling to keep the accent on at all times, then maybe take it out. You know, because you don't want to. You want to be content. The character has to be a continuous character. You never hear The Rock talk like if somebody else. You know, it's same. I liked it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I do like the accent. I didn't recognize it was gone. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Like I didn't go first thing. Oh well, where's the accent? And then I wouldn't listen to the whole promo. I actually listened to your promo. I didn't, and I've heard the character with an accent. So I thought it was good. Although I do like the accent, but I can understand. Yeah, if you're off on your accent at any times, then they're gonna get you on it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so just keep working on it. I thought that was really good, man. Really good. Really improving on that. I do have the other one on tape, so maybe I'll go back and watch that one too.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, if you get that other one on tape, I didn't get to see it. So if you have it, could you send me a link to it? Because I'm interested in seeing it.
Yeah, I'll post it. I think I have it. You know, I don't know if I posted the last class, but I do have all the videos, so I'll have to get it posted.
Thank you.
All right. Last, Rain. Rain is last on our list. And thank you for being patient, everybody. I know we're over on our time. Is Rain still in the room?
Hi.
All right. Okay, so here we go. You got 60 seconds. One more thing, Hyde. I love the way you stopped me and said, "I don't need you to count me down." It was like the old school Shane Douglas, cut my music. I dug it. I thought that was good. Okay, so I will count you down, Rain. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Rain, like the weather. And I'm the manager for the Roundhouse Revolutionary Hara Kitty. This message is for Will Dorado. Since Will has been wanting to face my elite talent, we have finally set a date. Saturday, January 30th at the Olympic. It will be a hair versus hair match between Hara and Will. Consider this a favor, Will, because you have been due for a COVID haircut. So after losing to the Punk Ninjas Roundhouse Kicks, we will give you a makeover. Mark your calendar, Will. It's a date.
I loved it. I thought that was a great job. I like the way you put the current event in it. I love that you used to cut his hair. And I think that you didn't say my client today. You said my elite talent, right?
Yeah.
Good, right? Because Paul Heyman's saying that right now. So let's we got to think of something else that we can do. That was really good. It made me believe. I want to see the match. Like I really do. But yeah, you've been really kicking ass on the promos that you've been submitting. You proved that you'll be able to do it right here on the fly in front of everybody. So that's a great step moving forward. I thought you did a great job. What did you think, Wasco?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I giggled. You know, I got a pop out of the COVID-19 haircut. You know, because we all needed one at one point, so I got a pop out of that. Um, I like the snip. I think maybe you could have done something, like to where you could have said something to where you had that snip. You know, so
Okay.
like maybe like I hope you cut time out of your day and save the date or something like that. You know, like I was trying to think of something before Joey called me, but I liked that. And I think if you could have added something to, you know, that word to match the, you know, the hand gesture, I think
Yeah,
that
okay.
would be good. But other than that, I thought it was really good. Your facials were good. Your timing was good. So yeah, really good. Good job.
Thank you.
Mr. Slice.
Yeah, that's you sound like TV ready already. I thought everything was clear, enunciation was good. I didn't have a problem with the snip because it's almost like menacing. I thought it was good. I can't even nitpick anything. Everything came across really smooth. It seems like you're a no nonsense manager. Also, like you're not really trying to be funny. You're just like trying to treat your wrestler as if he's the best thing on earth, and you want to get that point across. So I thought it was good. I can't even like pick anything out that bothered me, to be honest. And
Oh,
really
thank
good
you.
volume, good tones. It flowed. It didn't like struggle. It just from beginning to end, it was just easy to listen. I could watch it again. You know what I mean? It was good.
Thank
Like
you.
Slice, like you see that huge smile on her face. I think the first promo she gave us was like real happy, a very extremely happy promo. And then just to see like what she can do today and like how she could change the emotions in her one promo to different emotions, different feelings. I thought it's really good because you have this huge smile on your face right now, and it's totally different than what you just delivered your character. So you're telling me that you're able to turn your character on, and now you just turned it off, right? This is the real Rain. I'm here and I'm getting the feedback. So I thought that was really good job on that, and I thought that was a high praise from Boogie. But I think he is correct that you do sound very TV ready. I do hear people on TV, on national TV, that need help, that need work. So it's really good. Keep practicing at it. Keep working at it. Right, because we can all be better. We can always be better. I always try to think that way, right? It never could be good enough, right? It shouldn't be in our vocabulary. We want to strive to be better all the time. So
Thank you.
really good job. Really good job. I want to thank you, Coach Slice. Thank you, Coach Wasco. I thought everybody had an incredible improvement in their promos. Right, it's a different scenario. Getting a chance to cut the promo right here live in front of people at a moment's notice, and I totally get it that we are putting you on the spot and not even letting you go to walk away 5 minutes to think about what you're saying, right? You're hearing all these words coming in your mouth, and at the same time, you're trying to multitask. That's going to help you be a better, because sometimes that's how it's going to be. You're not going to have any time to think about your promo. They're just going to say, hey, deliver it, go out there. And if you're a great talker, a lot of the time somebody hasn't shown up. The flight hasn't arrived, and they'll say, hey, Slice, I need you to go out there and kill 10 minutes. What do you want me to say? You got to be a heel. Just go out there and be a heel, right? So now we're giving you 10 minutes to put yourself over in a non-match. And sometimes that happens, and you get put on a moment's notice. And I've seen it happen at least a half a dozen times where they tell guys, go out there. We need to kill 10 minutes or something. What do you want me to say? Just do it, because we trust that you're good enough at it. So that's why I think it's a good scenario of doing it here. And then so tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to go into our promo battles. I do have the brackets here. I'll compare it to whoever cut the promos today. and I'll post the brackets of the matches for tomorrow. And we'll go through that, and we'll see who's able to carry on an improv promo and while they're battling somebody in there. So it's a little bit different than just the 1 minute promos here, because as we're going back and forth. But it's always a lot of fun, and people like to see how far they can get in the tournament. So we'll do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow will be officially our last day on promos. And then this week we're going to be going into, or excuse me, next week we'll be going into talking about selling, all the different types of selling, pro wrestling tips. I have Jake Atlas, who will be here next Thursday for a Q&A with everybody. And then we're going to end it with Mongo that following Monday, talking about, and I know Matt asked about this, about branding and marketing. So we'll be ending that on our final day. So, all right. So I appreciate everybody staying over 15 minutes. I thank you for that. I loved everybody's promo. Keep practicing. It's not about Coach telling you to practice. It's right. Slice and Vinny and me, we get nothing out of it. You get all the benefits from practicing your promos, and let's not forget our workouts. Right, if we don't have access to a gym, then we got those deck of card workouts, and even Shane gave us, hey, we can go and get an app if we don't have a deck of cards on hand. So, and you can put that app on your phone and do it. So let's continue our workouts. Let's continue practicing our promos, so that way we can have that unconscious confidence in everything that we do. All right, everybody. Thank you, Coach Slice. Thank you, Coach Wasco. I appreciate you guys showing up today. Let's everybody bring it in. Here we go. Santino's on three. Santino's on three. 1, 2, 3. Santino! All right, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll have the notes that were recurrent from tonight. I hope that everybody took down their own notes, and then I'll post that along with the video for everybody's later viewing. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys. See everybody tomorrow.
Everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you, guys.